these kinds of uh, conversation today we come up with to event organizing can help you a lot in some of that. So maybe I want to have a short check-in with everyone. So right now, this is my question. Have you ever been any event before? But maybe we change a little bit about how we can answer the question. For example, if you come from Australia, I will tell Australia, and you can say yes at the same time. Then I think it's more Ray Mood because I know that everyone here already jump in not bot virtual or maybe physical event. So we can do like that, yes? Okay, first I want to hear from Australia.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Aussie, Aussie.
I want to hear from India.
Yeah.
India,
Yes.
you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yay! Yay! Thank you. Vietnam. Woo.
Yay.
Yay! Louder people, louder.
Yay.
Sri Lanka. Thailand. Do we have Thailand here?
Yes.
Yay! Just Sarah. Yay!
Yay.
And any art?
Nepal.
Yeah, Nepal.
Philippines.
Philippines. Open your
Indonesia.
entity.
Yes. Nepal.
So what next?
Philippines. Woo! Let's go Philippines. Let's go.
Do we have Pakistan here?
Yes, Pakistan is very loud.
Yeah, anyone, any entity left? Any
Number one.
left? Yeah,
Sri Lanka.
Woo,
Sri Lanka.
already.
Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Korea. Korea.
One more minute for any entity left, and you can sound out there. Thank you for the really energetic chicken. Woo! Yay! So here
She's
you
gonna
already.
breathe and go to the hospital.
Probably. Yes. You already
I told
intend.
you she
Maybe
probably
someone not mute the mic. So can I see someone already mute the mic because I have hear some sound. Yes, thank you. So already have you ever been? You already have been any event before? So next question. I would like to ask that which were the most memorable event you already joined? You can unmute your mic and just why is memorable for you, impress you in that event. So I would like to hear some one to two sharing that. Hey, just unmute the mic, introduce about yourself, where you come from, and sharing with each other. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Natita, VP AGVA of Isaac and Curtin Australia. And the most memorable events were the events where I could meet lots of like-minded people like Isaac conferences. Thank you.
Thank you. One more sharing, and you can share more detail why you love that event.
Hey, can I go next?
Yes,
Okay. So hi, I'm Dipi from Isaac in Kathmandu, Nepal. And so one of the really memorable event that we recently did was an event that was kind of different from the normal ones that we do. We conducted an event called Women's Power on the reason of Women's Day, and the major focuses were our parents, were our partners, and it was really amazing to see the engagement and we really loved the output that we got from the event. And one of the really memorable part that I would mention from that event is how the 30 plus age group of mothers and our like 30 plus age group enjoyed the event and how they were engaged with the event. So yeah, that's my.
Wow, such a meaningful event you have ever joined. So nice. Yeah, so me too. I also have a wonderful, memorable event I want to share. So let me tell you my story. Okay, so that is not the picture that when I attend to this event, but this is the pictures when that age, maybe around 18 or 19 when I just intend to university. And the thing is like, my background and my heart is belong to marketing. But the thing is like I go jump into the university with the major is banking and finance. So it's not like have me have more inspiring when I go to school. And at that time I really bored and I really get lost what I need to do because I don't feel inspired. I don't feel any meaningful when I go to the university. And I jump to the event. At that time, the title of the event is that how to lead, no, kind of how to lead yourself and how to find the suitable career path for yourself. Then I really interested to that event. So that is my from the beginning. I will tell you the whole event and how it happened. That impressed me the most. In the beginning, when I go to the event, there's a small room in front of the hall, and in that small room, the decoration is really impressed me because this kind of decoration related to the fly. You can write down your rimming to the knot and stick to the wall. You can take a picture about how you want what you love with a put, something like that. And after that, when I enter to the hall, the event the event happened, and in that event, we have three sections. The first section is really energetic and inspiring because after that section, they told me a key message that if you want to lead your career, that if you want to lead your future, you need to understand yourself. And the way you can understand yourself is find out your strength and your weakness. And after that section, they jump into another section which create a panel discussion. The come from the influencer, come from the KOL who really experienced in some of career path. And at that time, they're sharing some inspiring story that at the same age, they have this kind of crisis and the way that they overcome this crisis and the way they overcome and find out their strength and weakness to more self-awareness about themselves. And at the end of the day, they create a small competition for the people for the delegate to is to experience a class simulation that can help you to find out your strength and your weakness. And I win the first prize. Uh, after that, after that event, I go out and outside with the mom from in the beginning. They set some table, and in that some table, they give me some information or some booklet about a course to help you find out your strength and weakness. Uh, Unfortunately, I not come to register for that course. But the thing in my mind is after at that event, I have a strong intention to like find out my strength and weakness to find out what I really want. Then after that, I jump into Isaac. Yeah, um, yeah. The that's my story about the event. Really impressed me. The key message and the final message I want to share with you guys is the way they host the event, the ways they convert my mind, my heart, and my feelings step by step, by section and section. So Now you can see the the marketing and sales funnel from the lead management again, and from this marketing and sales funnel, we can see that we kind of have two stages. That the first stage is brand awareness stage, and in the state of brand awareness, this kind of in Isaac we can witness this kind of event. For example, you speak volunteer lesson, a branding event from the product, maybe global volunteer or maybe a global entrepreneur, with the KPI that raise awareness about the product or raise awareness about the brand. That you jump into that can drive you jump into the funnel. And the second activity that this kind of promotion activity to try to achieve the KPIs. The KPIs here may be the KPI to have more leads or the KPI to have more apply to have more approval. But with the event, we have some kind of event, for example, information seminar or some physical activity related to self food. And in this kind of event, we try to achieve the KPIs. So with that, today I really want I will jump straight into the event that's information seminar, which is the event we almost doing, especially when we in the product, and the event which is related to brand awareness. For example, you speak visualization of branding event gonna belong to another function, maybe another marketing function, but we not do that much this kind of event. So I want to have a flashback with you guys. The question is like, what was the flow that your delegate go through an event? The flow I mentioned here, maybe you can remember a little bit about the before story. I already talked about you. I already talked with you guys. For example, in the beginning, I jump into the room in front of the home and I see some decoration. After that, I really interested to the key messages, the guest speaker deliver, and after that, I have a panel discussion, which is more convince myself what I really need to do for more self awareness. And after that, they close out with me by the competition and by the information they give after the event. So I would love to invite you have some 1 to 2 minutes to have a flashback with the event you already do, how the flow of your delegates go through that event. Then and after that you can unmute the mic and share with other people here. Yes. Yay. Can I have some volunteer for sharing? Yeah, just 1 or 2 volunteer. Maybe that. Yes. Yeah.
Can I share?
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So the flow of delegates for any event would be that first delegates would get to know about the event. They would try to understand about the event timing, about the event agenda, or about the event like what are the so first when they get to know about the event, they will set certain kind of expectation by themselves about the event. Then when they are in the event, so first they would like register, and then during the session if the sessions are interactive, then it would be interaction one. If the sessions are just monotonously listening, then they would do that. And after the sessions they would go back home, or they would just like evaluate if their expectations are met, or how was the overall event for them. And then the delegates would like give feedbacks. It could be through forms, or it could be from an online media, or it could be just or it could be just simply word of mouth that they give. So yeah, that is my sharing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Nice sharing. I want to hear from another one. Yeah, just one more sharing. Then you can help you guys to have a flashback how you do your customer flow in some of one event. Yeah, one more sharing. Okay. Maybe no. Maybe we can share after that. So yeah, that's what I want to mention about. The thing is, in that section, we're not gonna talk about how we maintain or what specific section to section we need to do. But in that section, the thing I want to transmit, the message I want to transmit with you is the way we do the logic in some of the event that we can have a good customer flow that can convert the customer who beginning of the event who had just little inspiration, little objection about the message of the event into the one who really inspired by the content and who really want to take an action. So right now I want to introduce about the funnel in an IS section. Yes, so in the IS section, we will have 4 stages, and the first stage is about the praise, the pain, and gain of the customer. Yes, in that stage, the key to delivery is inspiring.
For consumer is this part, right?
Position you can use like product service. It's like how you sell your product.
How you sell your product?
It's product service.
Hello.
Instead of position, this way you can.
Oh, guys, can you mute yourself?
Now and use product service.
This one. Help me to type.
Guys, if someone not unmute yourself, please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. So I will continue. In the funnel, we have 4 stages. The first stage is create the pain and gain of customer, which is the key to deliver maybe some inspiring keynote. And with this keynote, we jump into raise the pain and gain of the customer. For example, the customer right now need to deal with pressure, or they need to choose the right career path, or maybe they need more self-awareness. And the emotion you need to bring back to this state is inspiring emotion, trigger objective that can gain objection from your delegate. With the objective from this day is get motivated about personal development by challenging in volunteering abroad, because we right now doing an event for OG for EP for the one who want to volunteer abroad and straight into the product, which is GP or GE. Yes, so maybe this is the whole funnel, and this is the first day. Yes, in that first day, when I introduce stage by stage, I will parallel. I will say the example of the one of the biggest event that in my LC do before. So at that time when I was young, when I just jumped into Isaac, and one of the event that I heard for a long time and this really impressed me, that the event do for a target customer. And at that time, the pain and gain of that customer is that the customer who study in the university, study in the big school in the city, and when they jump into that university, but when she looked around and she saw herself that she do not join any activity at school. Moreover, see her GPA is just normal, normal rate, not like low, not really high, but not top 10. And at that time, she really feel lost and don't know what to do in the future. With that target customer, in the beginning of the section of that event, we asked for an influencer, the one who wrote so many, a lot of books about traveling, because at that time she already have the same situation when she was young. She still get lost and don't know what to do with her future, and she chose to go around the world and see Vietnamese. And after that, when she back to Vietnam, she wrote a lot of books about traveling. And with the key message, the further you go, the more things you read, the more things you learn. With that key message, it's impressed the most and have some have some inspiring key message to the delegate at that time. Yes, and the stage is about showcase the benefit that the product as pen and gain solution. In the beginning, when we raise the pen and gain of the customer into the top of mood, and then we can jump into them as a solution. In that stage, the key deliver is a panel, which you can use the panel discussions method to deliver. This key message can be a returnee, or can be a micro nano influencer, or can be a KOL. In that section, the key emotion is straight to the point that how you need to solve the problem. Open mindset and interactive. The objective for the section is that get different point of view about the product, don't overpromise or set the right expectation. Why I said that? Because we don't jump into showcase that our product can give you the solution, but we jump into give the solution by the way that everyone from different perspectives agree about that solution. So with this stage, we continue with the event before. So after the section, when we invite an inspiring writer who write a book, in that section, we create a panel discussion. And in that panel discussion, there are 3 profiles come from this panel discussion. The first profile is an HR director from a big company in Vietnam. The second is a person go abroad, and when she comes back, she's really successful in her career path. And the third is a president at school who work for education. And in that panel discussion, when 3 kind of people have 3 kind of different perspectives, how to deal with the problem that people have no clue about their career path. People don't know how career path, and people really crisis about loss, don't know what to do in the future. And the key message after that panel discussion is that the thing is right now, business outside don't recruit the very talented one, but they want people who understand about themselves and commit to the end with a problem mindset. So we can see in that we have some hashtag like not a very talented ones, understand about themselves, a global mindset, which really related to our product. Yeah, that's how our product appeared, because our product related to this kind of key message when after the panel discussion give us. So jump into the stage 3. After the delegate already have a the big picture of concrete solution, how they can overcome and how they can deal with that pain and gain. We jump into promote straight to the point about our opportunity, our project, our product. So the key to deliver may be a mini are a consultancy stage. Emotion here is curious, excited, consideration, and desire the people trace into the point. With the objective that we promote the product packaging and make them understand detail and about each packet and consider buying the product. It's really important because when I being an MCDC or when I be a manager for a national team, I hope I hearing a lot of events that don't have that stage. Like they just do really well in stage 1 and stage 2, but they cannot do and or maybe they misunderstanding or they don't remember to do that stage. That can have a strong interaction with the customer. So you really need to do the stage 3 and follow up with the stage 3 is a stage 4. It's gonna be better if you can close sale from sign up to apply or maybe sign up. Yes. And the emotion here is maybe determined really convert in customer mind that they need use our product and they need a volunteer experience approach. So that's it. So the whole funnel of the IS section here you can see on your screen that to be wrapped up in the funnel of the IS. You can see that stage by stage we have first raise the pain and gain of customer. Second, showcase benefit of product as a solution for those pain and gain. 3 and 4 is about low sales, promote our product, iterate promotion, showcase the opportunities. Yes, so with the funnel, you can see the logic, how we can convert a customer from the beginning who just have a little bit concern or have a little bit expectation to solve their problem to a potential customer who willing to experience our product for as a solution for themselves. Yes, that's it. And in sum of that, I would like to suggest you guys about the KPI and the way you can check that event. First, about the KPI, you can check the first KPI is the registered attendee and the on-site attendee. Second is about engagement during section, and the third is about supply, the conversion rate from supply to sign up to apply. Yes, and the way you can checking, I suggest that you can use UTM link to checking. For someone don't know UTM here, maybe you will know you will know about Bitly. So UTM link similar to Bitly, but the thing is UTM link can check separately and it's related to Google Analytics, which help you to check maybe for each LC effort or maybe for each activity effort. You can calculate the percentage from sign up to apply or sign up to approve after when the people jump into the event. So that's it. Maybe I will spend a little bit about 1 or 2 minutes for you guys have a Q&A space about the funnel I already introduced.
Wait.
Yes. And after that, we can jump into another activity.
Sorry, you had UTM. I wasn't sure what UTM was or what it stood for.
So the thing is, you want to understand more about UTM link, right?
Yeah, I'm not like. Does it stand for something or is it? Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
UTM link, which similar to Bitly link.
Okay.
But yeah. So is it okay for the explanation?
You can go deeper a bit in case they don't know.
Yeah. Right now, for example, if you just use Bitly, you just can check how many people reach it the attendee. Maybe you have like let me see. Yeah, maybe in some of 3 sections in your event, you have 3 links for the people to access to do some activities. And with that, the UTM link can support you in some of checking these three different of the section, and you can have the conversion rate of the section to section, how the engagement during the section people are. Yes, in some of that, you know clearly what I explained.
It's pretty, yeah.
Even I had a doubt. Is it fine if I can ask it out right now? Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to know if any entity in the AP network is actually working with UTM links, because ISIC in India as of now is trying to develop these links for the ALC specifically. So do you have any other entities who are working on these links already and are using these links already to track their signups and everything? If you can help me out with that.
Yes, right now I just know that in my entity I use that link, but I don't really know another AP entity. So if you want to learn how our entity use that link to check the activity, because I not only use that link to check physical activity, but maybe I use that link to check the the digital marketing things. Like for example, I will send the link. We just have one URL, one link on the website, which is the gate for people to sign up. And in that link, we create more. With that link, we create a lot of UTM link to checking a lot of activity. For example, physical activity from LC1, physical activity from LC2, and in some of that, we know how many sign up come from that LC. That's the way the link works. Maybe if you want to understand or you want to know more practical experience about how to use UTM link, they can help me to suggest whether or not other entities do that link. Yes.
Yeah, I just sent for everyone the booklet about the weak asset campaign UTM link tracking. In other entity, this is very depend on whether you have a website or not. So far, the entity that have a website and tracking this properly is India, Vietnam, Sri Lanka. I'm not sure about Australia. Yeah, but these are the entity that have proper website and you have use it properly. So this is really depend on you and MC working with each other. Yeah.
Just to add on, ISIC in India is not working with the with ISIC campaign as of now. We're not running it for ISIC in India. So then how can we move ahead with the same? Because I had a talk with my MCVP B2C, and we're not using this campaign for ISIC in India as of now. So can we still use the link if possible for tracking the opens and everything? I mean, in the later phase and in the winter peak if possible.
Okay, in this part, I can help to answer. So at the moment, I understand why ASEC in India is not using with ASEC, because it take a lot of chain management plan. You it's really if your MC don't run this campaign, then you cannot use this UM tracking link, but you're gonna have another way to set up your own UTM tracking link. And I'm for sure that in the future, your ISEC in India are gonna adapt with the ISEC campaign very soon, and then at that time you can start to use it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Any question related to physical, related to the funnel of IS section? If you don't have, you can wait. Yay, thank you. Yeah, I think that no one have problem and no one have the concern about the funnel of IS. Um, However, I want to recount a little bit about the case study I already tell you guys. Don't you remember that the case study related to the target customer who lost in some of their future? But the thing is, the target customer at that time is the millennial one, which is Gen E, and they were born in some of 1997, 96, 1995, or 1994. But right now, our main customer is about Gen Z, and they was born in 2000, 2001, or 1998, 1999, or 1997. So the thing is, if you want to, it's good for you to apply the funnel of IS section, but it's gonna be better for you before you jump into the funnel. You need to understand about your customer. So I have, so right now let's spend around 5 minutes to explore our customer via this video. It takes you around 2 or 3 minutes. But I get that. Can you hear the sound from the video?
Kim, you need to reshare. And when you when you say again, click the button in the top that share the computer video.
Can I send you the link of the video? Then can you help me to share the screen and have the sound, because I'm not so sure that my laptop had a sound.
Okay.
Thank you.
Say in the box chat.
Yes. Yeah, already entered the link.
Did you just figure out how to appeal to millennials? Finally understand their lazy and crazy ways? Well, congratulations. But now it's time to move on to discovering the new age of consumers, Generation Z. Shoppers who were born after 1998, including myself, comprise this new generation of consumers called Gen Zers, and research indicates that by 2020, they will become the largest generation of consumers. Many studies have found that what most people traditionally believe about Gen Z shopping habits has been wrong. While physical store and shopping mall declines were the talk of the past couple of years, Gen Zers prefer shopping in person rather than online. While Gen Zers purchase the majority of our items in stores, we research and discover our future purchases online. After noticing an engaging advertisement on YouTube, Facebook, or one of the many other social media platforms Gen Zers engage with, we proceed to research that item and begin our buyer's journey. 74% of Gen Zers spend 5 or more hours online every day, so it's no surprise that during these 5 hours, we observe many targeted advertisements. Additionally, 46% of Gen Z consumers in the US complete research on their mobile device before purchasing an item in store. We do not limit our research to strictly prices and quality, but many also post online using social media platforms to ask our peers what their thoughts are on buying the new item. One of the biggest things Gen Z peers will use to decide whether or not to tell their friend to make a purchase is if the product or service has a story. In the words of Michael Solomon, if brands have an interesting backstory, tell that story and tell it often. Gen Zers concern themselves with companies' political beliefs, donations, environmental friendliness, and culture. They want to buy from companies that have unique and thoughtful stories that align with their values. We Gen Zers would prefer to see an advertisement that connects us with a local store and uses local lingo than a message that comes across as a big and impersonal corporation.
Quick tip for national brands, your advertisement should have the physical address and website address of the closest store to the customer. My company, NetSertive, localizes national brand messages in digital advertising to create this connection that Gen Zers crave. We are seeing more and more national brands figure out how to localize their messages to their respective retail locations. With the world at their fingertips from a young age, Gen Zers are able to hear opinions from every side of the market and analyze them to decide whether or not to purchase. It is more important than ever to combine a smart and effective digital marketing strategy with an omni-channel presence. While Gen Z is patient when it comes to researching and traveling to stores for purchases, they are very impatient when it comes to digital platforms. A recent study by Forbes concludes that as many as 60% of Gen Z consumers will not utilize websites that are difficult to navigate or take too much time to load. On top of that, the majority of Gen Z will hang up the phone if it is not answered in less than 45 seconds. Our lifelong ability to access information quickly and efficiently causes us to become impatient when confronted with obstacles on our buyer's journey. Ultimately, the three things that Gen Zers want in their buyer's journey are clear messaging and information online, quick and easy access to products and stores, and sense of authenticity and personal connection. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this.
Let's share your screen. You are muted.
Okay, after the video, so you can see three kind of key message that we know about Gen Z. First of all, they need clear messaging and information. Second, quick and easy access to product and stock. And the third is sense of authentic city and personal connection. So this kind of key behavior of the Gen Z may help you to know more about the current main customer you need to deal with. And right now, after we already know about the target customer, please spend a little bit to practice to build an IS, an information similar agenda for your customer. So right now, we have the profile of the customer, which is the target customer know about Isaac by joining one to two you speak forum. With the school year, first year, and sophomore, which is Gen Z, major may be language. The pain and gain we face up here is we face up peer pressure, can't stand and become impatient when seeing everyone around develop. They jump into a trap of taking a lot of change at the same time, but still get lost due to lacking of self-awareness about what they really need. So with the customer buyer persona, we can spend around 5 to 10 minutes for practice. So this is the Bitly, the link for the folder that you can jump into and duplicate the spreadsheet to create the plan for themselves about agenda of an IS. Then you can access this link to this folder. And maybe we just take about 5 minutes to come up with an agenda for this customer behavior, for this customer buyer persona. If anyone can, let me share you the link of the folder into the group chat. Yes, already sent by me. So now you guys can access to this link, and maybe we just spend around 5 minutes for practicing. After 5 minutes, we can go back to sharing how you're planning for the Bible seminar. I can go back to the slide where we can find the Bible seminar. Here. Okay, now I think we need a little bit music. Then me can help me to have this kind of music. Okay. I think we end. Then right now we can have some sharing space about your plan. Let me share my screen.
You can share your screen now.
Okay, so I would like to invite someone, maybe one or two people, for 5 minutes sharing about your plan after you create a plan for IS with the 5% for Gen Z. Can I have someone to sharing? One or two people can share your plan.
Hey, can I go?
Yes, can.
Okay, so the event that I made right now is called, the event name is called Friends, and the objective of the event is to promote cross-cultural experiences, youth engagement and interaction, and the third objective is to develop human connection. The theme is living library with friends, and the key message of this event is the importance of human connections. The expected outcome is to build a sense of community among young people, to have interactions among young people, to build new friendships among young people, and also another major outcome related to ISEC is to get maximum signups as possible. And the profile of the target audience is the people of age 19 to 30 age group, but mostly it would be 19 to 25 of age group. So the whole concept of this event is to have as the name itself says, FRINDS. So basically people of 19 to 25 age group will be having a living library, and usually when we have living library, it's usually inside ISEC, but it's basically taking living library outside of ISEC and having interaction with other people, and also showing them the importance of human connection, and giving them a insight of what does an ISEC experience look like, and how does an international friendship is different from the normal ones that we have, or how does it feel to have an international friend. So things like that, so by which we can also promote exchanges, or we can also get some signups. So yeah, that is my event. I haven't made up the activities, I couldn't get to the planning framework, so this is the much that I have prepared so far, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your event. With that event, I see it's raised in terms of the flow, and I have some suggestion. That if I don't misunderstanding, you say that you said that your event come from 19 to 25 years old. So I would love to just centralize the group age, like between 19 or 18, that in some of that you can straightforward and centralize and focus how the key message you want to send with your customer. Maybe more single-minded, the more single-minded key message you send them, the more high contact action that they can take after this event. Yeah, so maybe uh, we we after this planning section, I hope you can use the framework for planning. But at the end of this section, I will give the detailed framework for you guys to plan an event. However, when we back to the funnel, we can see that back to the beginning of the key message, that I want to strengthen this for you guys is not the way or the section we need to do the event, but the project we need to do the event to convert people, a person from the beginning of the section to a call to action we need to write for them. Maybe So let's have a flashback that we don't need to face up with this kind of situation that my list jump out, sell marketing and sell funnel. My list not went back to sign up after attending the event. My list not apply project after sign up at the event. So with that logic, when you grab the logic to build, and when you really understand what your customer wants, what you really are, what you can give and provide for your customer, we can nurture them and not get them out of the funnel. So let's rock your event. But instead of that, I have another key message. How can I make an event in COVID-19 time? Maybe this is a hot topic. Uh, we need to sit down and talk with each other. Right now, I think for the same situation with other entities in Vietnam, I don't recommend, and even I suggest recommend them not do any physical event from now until the end of May. So the people in LC can do any physical activity, even event or the sell food. How can we make the event in COVID-19? The thing is, the way you not not matter that the physical event you make, but no matter that the channel you make, but matter that how can you grab and uh, come up with the final call to action you want. For example, in that situation, we can do webinar for a branding event to suggest people that at that time people can back to the core value of the product. In the webinar, we can call to action that people can recall and experience more the benefit, how exchange can be done, which is the core value of our leadership. Or after the branding event, when we bring back them to the core value of the leadership of the product, maybe the customer more interact and maybe the customer love our brand more. And after May or after June, when we can already do some sale activity that attract new leads to the funnel, but we cannot do the physical event at that time. So we can do webinar with the same logic that we can guide the customer from the really potential and really love our brand in terms of can willing to sign up to waiting for winter, waiting for December or next January to go for exchange. For example, I like that. So right now, I think that even in that situation, even the chain management happen a lot, but we can list the situation and we can make some event that attract people into our funnel or maintain our leads in keep stay in the funnel and more love our brand more. Then we can lead the COVID, just not let them lead ourselves. So that is for my section. And in the end of section, I will send you some reference about planning framework, a detailed planning framework for you guys to planning the event. Secondly, I would like to send you some event report framework. It's really important because most of the situation, I can see that we don't have the habit to report after an event that can lack of measurement how effective our event. And the third, I can give you some event case study from the business or event case study specifically in my entity for you guys to take it as a reference. So that's it, and thank you guys for joining my section. And remember to lead the COVID, not let them lead us. Yay! Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, they have a question.
Hey Tran, I have a
Thank you,
question.
Tim.
Yeah.
Hello. Can I ask the question right now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool. So, since we talked about making an event during the COVID-19 time, so what I see right now in terms of in like social media is like a lot of people are trying to take initiative in making virtual events or making virtual like webinars or things like that. And what is doing that for us is that because many people are starting to do this, the virtual touchpoints that they are creating are not engaging enough, so that what happened but then our audience is common, right? So that so our audience is getting a negative viewpoint about these virtual touch points, or getting a negative viewpoint about how these virtual virtual touch points look like. They think that these virtual touch points are actually really boring, and then that's why they are hesitant to attend our virtual touch points as well. So how could we work on this thing? So is my question clear to you?
Mm. Let me reconfirm again that whether or not I understand your question. The question is because right now people can go outside, so most of the brand gonna jump into virtual activity, and the customer may understand that it's quite poor quality when jumping into the virtual event. So the
Yeah.
question is how we can go out of this, right?
Yeah. So how
From
can
the
we
channel.
highlight ourselves, like how can we highlight our own product in this market where the customer is getting a very misleading information about how the virtual touch points look like? Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah, so one of my suggestions is you can see the really practical case practice right now is ABC. The thing ABC win and eject more than 1,000 delegates. I can see is that because they not only use one channel for promoting about the conference, but all use a lot of channel. For example, really proactive in some of Instagram story, proactive in some of the group delegate create so much activity and the quality for the virtual conference is really great. I give a lot of feedback from my LCPP that from the delegate and my LCPP that they think that the quality of the ABC conference which like more than their expectation. So maybe I have some checklist for you to overcome this first of all, because we do virtual. So ensure that you utilize on the channel you have to promote your event, which is the event about branding, not event about sign up, because right now we cannot gain any sign up and it's quite wrong when we give this message to the customer. Maybe you can use Instagram, maybe you can use your Facebook, maybe you can use some kind of channel like community, as I mentioned yesterday, to inform with your lovely customer about that and create more proactive activity and keep constant to happen and present with them like day by day, hour by hour. You just happen and jump into their eye that we have this, and ensure the technology, uh, ensure the content, also ensure how you the best deliver you can give them after this event on webinar or virtual event. So I think with the checklist you can when how you can know how better you do the virtual event and not confuse with each other when people thought that this kind of event really cheap kind of thing. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Tran, for your insights. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, yeah, have some question about COVID-19 campaigns that we gonna send you guys. Thank you and goodbye. Have a good night. Don't worry to do checkout.
And feedback form. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Is it nice the session? How's people engagement?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mở cửa.